History jokes, school jokes. Who was the world's first carpenter? Eve, because she made Adam's banana stand. Me, I wish I had been born 1000 years ago. Friend, why is that? Me, just think of all the history that I wouldn't have to learn. How do you like to play War of 1812? You burned down a White House. What did Americans do because of the Stamp Act? They licked the British. What kind of music did the Pilgrims like? Plymouth Rock. If April showers bring May flowers, what do May flowers bring? Pilgrims. How does Moses make his tea? He brews it. What was King Arthur's favorite game? Knights and crosses. What was Camelot? A place where people parked their camels. What do history teachers make when they want to get together? Dates. What do history teachers talk about on dates? The good old days. What do you call a detective from the Reformation? Martin Sluther. Who was the biggest thief in history? Atlas. He held up the whole world. Why did Julius Caesar buy crayons? He wanted to mark Antony. Why did Eve want to move to New York? She fell for the Big Apple. What did Noah do for a job? He was an architect. Did you hear the one about the Liberty Bell? Yeah, it cracked me up too. Why does history keep repeating itself? Because we weren't listening the first time. Why were the early days of history called the Dark Ages? Because there were so many nights. What kind of tea did the American colonists want? Liberty. Why did Arthur have a round table? So no one could corner him. Who invented King Arthur's round table? Sir Circumference. What was the most popular dance in 1776? Independence. Why did Columbus cross the ocean? To get to the other tide. Where did Montezuma go to college? AZ Technical. How did Vikings communicate at sea? By Norse code. Why did the Pilgrims want to sail to America in the spring? Because April showers bring May flowers. What was Camelot famous for? Its nightlife. What explorer was the best at hide and seek? Marco Polo. Why didn't Socrates like the French fries? Because they were made in ancient Greece. What does the Statue of Liberty stand for? It can't sit down. Why was the Pharaoh boastful? Because he thinks he's the best. When were King Arthur's army too tired to fight? When they had lots of sleepless nights. Where was the Declaration of Independence signed? At the bottom. Why did John change his last name to Hancock? Because it was better than John Foot Pace. What's got 6 reverse gears and 1 forward gear? A French tank. The forward gear is in case they get attacked from behind. What do French recruits learn in basic training? How to surrender in 17 different languages. What do Nazis eat for breakfast? Luftwaffles. Who was the biggest jokester in George Washington's army? Lafayette. Who invented fractions? Henry VI. What do you call a well-endowed Slavic conqueror? Attila the Hun. What do an apple and Benito Mussolini have in common? They both belong hanging in trees. Why were the first Americans like ants? They lived in colonies. Do you know the 16th President of the United States? No, we were never introduced. Need an ark to save 2 of every animal. I know a guy. Renoir, why did you become an impressionist? I did it for the Monet. Americans commemorate the Vietnam War with a memorial. The Vietnamese call it a scoreboard. And the Lord said unto John, Come forth and receive eternal life. But John came 5th and won a toaster. If history is written by the victors, then why do I have to learn about the French? Lincoln is doing well in theaters. Historically this has not been true. Custer's Last Stand. An eccentric billionaire wanted a mural painted on his library wall, so he called an artist. Describing what he wanted, the billionaire said, I am a history buff and I would like your interpretation of the last thing that went through Custer's mind before he died. I am going out of town on business for a week, and when I return I expect to see it completed. Upon his return, the billionaire went to the library to examine the finished work. To his surprise, he found a painting of a cow with a halo. Surrounding this were hundreds of Indians in various sexual positions. Furious, he called the artist in. "What the hell is this?" screamed the billionaire. "Why, that's exactly what you asked for," said the artist smugly. "No, I didn't ask for a mural of pornographic filth. I asked for an interpretation of Custer's last thoughts." "And there you have it," said the artist. "I call it, holy cow, look at all those F-King Indians. Sanctity of life." But you know, the longer you listen to this abortion debate, the more you hear this phrase, sanctity of life. You've heard that, sanctity of life. You believe in it? Personally, I think it's a bunch of shit. Well, I mean, life is sacred. Who said so? God. Hey, if you read history, you realize that God is one of the leading causes of death, has been for thousands of years. Hindus, Muslims, Jews, Christians, all taking turns killing each other because God told them it was a good idea. The sword of God, the blood of the Lamb, vengeance is mine. Millions of dead motherfuckers, all because they gave the wrong answer to the God question. Do you believe in God? No. Boom. Dead. Do you believe in God? Yes. Do you believe in my God? No. Boom. Dead. My God has a bigger dick than your God. George Carlin, back in town. WWWII. Guy, father, during the war I allowed a Jewish refugee to live in my attic. Priest, well, I do not see anything wrong with that. You helped a poor soul survive the war. Guy, but father, I collected rent from for every week that he stayed. Priest, well, that is not a good deed, but it was for a good cause, so that is fine. Guy, but father, should I tell him the war is over?